The word selfish hung in the air like a slap I hadn't seen coming. It was quiet in the kitchen, only the soft hum of the refrigerator filling the silence, and yet her voice cut through me sharper than any knife on the counter. Selfish. I repeated, my throat dry, though the word came out rough, like gravel. She leaned against the sink, arms crossed, her dark hair falling in waves that used to make me weak. Now it only framed the steel in her eyes. Yes. You don't want me to sleep over at Ethan's place because of your insecurities. You don't trust me. Ethan. Her new boss. The name already carried too much weight. A wealthy CEO who'd been paraded in company newsletters like some untouchable figure. I'd shaken his hand once at a dinner event, his grip firm, his smile too polished, his gaze lingering on her for a fraction too long. I told myself I imagined it. My chest tightened. He's your boss, not your best friend. You're married. Why would you even want to stay overnight at his house? Her lips curved into something between a smirk and a sneer. It's for work. Networking. You don't understand the corporate world. Not everything is about sex, Mark. But it was the way she avoided my eyes that made the floor tilt beneath me. For months there had been cracks I tried to plaster over. The late-night texts she brushed off as urgent projects. The new wardrobe that hugged her curves in ways she never bothered with before. The perfume she wore. Expensive and sharp, one I hadn't bought. I wanted to believe it was nothing, that I was paranoid, that love meant trust. But love also meant pain when trust was weaponized. I pushed back from the table, the legs of the chair scraping harshly against the tile. Do you even hear yourself? You're asking your husband to be okay with you spending the night at another man's house. And when I say no, I'm selfish. Her silence said more than words. A silence heavy enough to drown me. That night I barely slept. Every creak of the house felt like a whisper of betrayal. I stared at the ceiling, my mind replaying her tone, her look, the way she'd folded her arms as though protecting a secret she had no intention of sharing. The next day, while she was in the shower, her phone buzzed on the nightstand. I told myself I wouldn't look. I told myself I was better than that. But my hand moved before reason could stop it. The message lit the screen. Ethan, can't wait to see you tonight. Bring that dress I like. My heart slammed against my ribs so hard I thought it might crack them. My throat burned, my vision blurred, and for a moment I couldn't breathe. It wasn't just suspicion anymore. It was confirmation. I set the phone back exactly as I found it, and sat on the edge of the bed, my hands trembling. She came out minutes later, towel wrapped around her, humming a tune as if she hadn't just detonated my world. She kissed my cheek like nothing had changed. Maybe for her, nothing had. For me, everything had. All day I wrestled with the storm inside me. Love and hate twisted together until I couldn't tell one from the other. Memories of our first date, her laughter echoing in my ears, the vows we spoke under an autumn sky, all of it stained now, blurred with the image of her slipping into Ethan's arms. By evening, she dressed in that navy silk dress, the one that clung to her like water. She spun once in front of the mirror, then looked at me. Don't wait up. It's going to be a long night. I nodded, my voice trapped somewhere between rage and despair. She left, heels clicking against the floor like a countdown. The door closed, and with it, the illusion of the life I thought we had. I didn't chase her. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. Instead, I sat at the table in the dark, listening to the hum of the refrigerator again, and let the truth consume me. Hours crawled by. Midnight bled into one, then two. I imagined her laugh filling another man's house. I imagined her dress slipping to the floor. Every thought sliced deeper, but I couldn't stop. By morning, she returned, the faint scent of cologne not her own clinging to her skin. She slid into bed as if nothing had happened. I watched her, my heart a cold stone in my chest. Good morning, she whispered, eyes still closed. I didn't answer. I couldn't. Because in that moment, I understood something that chilled me more than her betrayal. She no longer feared losing me. And maybe she was right. Maybe love had made me selfish enough to believe she was mine when, somewhere along the way, she had already given herself away. I stood, walked to the dresser, and pulled out a suitcase. The sound of the zipper woke her. She blinked, sat up, confusion flickering across her face. Mark, what are you doing? I looked at her, really looked, and saw a stranger wearing my wife's face. "Leaving," I said. My voice didn't shake. My hands didn't tremble. The storm inside me had gone quiet, replaced by something colder. Her mouth opened then closed. Panic flared in her eyes, but it was too late. I carried the suitcase to the door, my chest hollow, my heart numb. At the threshold, I paused, glanced back once, and whispered the only truth left between us. "You called me selfish, but you were the one who chose yourself over us." And with that, I stepped out into the morning light, the weight of betrayal heavy on my shoulders, but the door closing behind me felt like the first breath of freedom I'd had in months.